Hi, this is Dave Michels from TalkingPointz. I'm with Mike Burkland, the CEO of Five9. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you, Dave. Great to be here. Sorry
It
for the
is
scrappy
great.
voice. I'm under the
It,
weather.
it's great to see you again. I just saw you. We were in Mexico and Cabo together.
Yeah, that was a great week with both analysts and customers, and it was a wonderful event.
Yeah, so you had the analyst summit. I think you had something like 30 analysts there, or 20, or something like 20, 30 analysts, and then you also had, I guess, just before that, an overlapping customer advisory board at the same time, which is, I bet, an exhausting week for you and your team.
Well, we sure had a great week. It was wonderful.
But I heard you stayed a little longer to recover, which was probably a pretty smart thing to do. But anyway, I'm glad we had that opportunity because that gave me some questions to ask you here in this one-on-one that we're broadcasting to billions of people. So I want to call you out on some of the words you used when you got up and talked about Five9 and your mission and your vision. You used a bunch of words I don't often hear. You use words like joy, effortless, connected, personalized. You even used the word passionate. And as far as I know, you were describing customer service. So now my impression was these are very curated words. So I want to just ask you, what were you talking about and why those words?
Yeah, Dave, great question. And they are very carefully curated words, and they're really designed to capture the emotion, the feeling that consumers get when they have that truly joyful customer experience, that joyful CX. And our vision for the industry is to deliver that joyful CX. Again, it's connected, seamless, effortless, and very personalized. And the way to deliver that from end to end, not just in customer service, not just in the contact center, but throughout the customer journey, that's really our vision. And Five9's mission long-term is to enable joyful CX from the very initial interaction that you have with a brand to a purchase decision, to commerce, to sales, to support. It's an entire journey. And again, we want that to be a seamless, effortless, personalized experience.
That's fantastic. So I also want to talk a little bit about your growth in revenue. You put up an impressive growth chart. I think every year showed pretty impressive revenue growth. I think it was, 10, 15 years going back. And I've got a couple numbers here. I'm sorry, what?
16 years to be exact.
16 years, long time of impressive. And I've got a couple numbers here. In 2022, your revenue was $779 million. And in 2023, your revenue was $910 million. That's a big jump. And so let me ask you, where's that growth coming from? Where are you getting that growth from?
Yeah, great question, Dave. And again, over the last 15, 16 years, our compound annual growth rate has been in the 30s, mid 30s. It's a massive market. The growth is really continuing to come from three major trends in our industry in CX. One is a shift to the cloud. The legacy on-premise solutions are being end-of-lifed, and large enterprises are moving to the cloud at a very accelerating pace. Secondly is the strategic nature of CX and customer experience. This used to be a cost center, and now it's becoming a top-line revenue driver for most enterprises. Brands know how important CX is as a differentiator for customer satisfaction and retention and revenue growth for them. And lastly, AI. AI, the revolution that has happened over the last, we've been in AI for 4 or 5 years, but it's become very front and center in the very recent past, and that is driving more focus on AI-driven CX. And to benefit from AI in customer experience, you got to be in the cloud. So again, we're beneficiaries of that trend as well.
It's funny because generative AI has gotten so much attention in the past year, but really, yeah, you said you've been at this for a while. It's you can almost, I hate to say it, you can almost say the other AI is like legacy AI. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm surprised you didn't mention international growth because I remember you were really expanding your international focus.
Yeah, we talk about three main growth drivers, and international growth is one of the three. And it is absolutely a front and center in our growth. We also talk about our march up market. We've won some of the largest enterprise deployments in the world in terms of, contact center in the cloud. Some of the largest brands are running their global contact center footprint on Five9. And we also talk about our platform as a major growth driver. And we've been at this for quite some time. We've got the most mature, the broadest, the deepest platform, but we're also out ahead in terms of AI and innovation around CX as well.
Okay. One of the projects you shared with us at the analyst event was what you guys called Project Surge. I wasn't really paying attention at the time, so I think this is when all operators are busy that the prices you charge goes up. Is that right?
Nice try. No, this is not about pricing, Dave. It's all about our investments in R&D and innovation, quite frankly, and very specifically in AI innovation. As you know, we've been leading the AI revolution in CX for quite some time. We're naming projects at Five9. We do that to really rally the troops and get a lot of buzz going internally. But Project Surge is all about a continuation of our innovation and our AI solutions. And as you recently heard at Enterprise Connect, that was just our most recent news around AI innovation.
So the reason I wanted to call this out is because a lot of CCaaS companies talk about their R&D investments, and so that's nothing really new. But I got the impression Project Surge was something bigger than usual.
It's an acceleration of our investments and a focus, right? And again, we're in a massive market. We've got 20% cloud penetration today in terms of contact center, broader CX, probably even lower than that. We have a huge opportunity ahead of us, and we're investing very aggressively to extend our lead.
So another thing you shared with us was your roadmap, and literally is a roadmap, by the way. The Five9, they've been using roads with lots of milestones along it. A lot of this was under NDA, so forgive me, Mike, but I think this is okay to share. One of your milestones on that roadmap was, and I'm going to quote this, to lead with LLM or large language model enabled conversational AI and automation. And the reason I think that's okay to divulge is because I think I've seen something very similar on every other UCaaS and CCaaS company's roadmap right now. And so I wanted to give you an opportunity to clarify a little bit. How does one lead in large language models?
Yeah, great question, Dave. And again, as I said, for quite some time now, we've been leading the AI revolution. We have the most modern and most advanced AI engines and models. But models alone do not deliver great CX. You have to have the data. You've got to have what we call contextual data. That is the key to driving AI-driven, joyful CX. And that's the position we're in, and it's the position that we expect to continue to lead this market from.
I'm glad you actually talked about data, because my next question here is actually about ACES, which is not an acronym. It's the name of a company that you acquired in 2023. Now, AI is half the story, as you pointed out. The other half is data to work with that AI. And your solution was to acquire this, or part of your solution, I should say, was to acquire ACES. It's an interesting strategy. Some companies are going much bigger on how they manage data. Some companies are doing much lighter on how they do data. Has ACES proven to be the right Goldilocks solution you wanted it to be?
It definitely has, Dave. And ACES brings us a few things. It brings us this platform of data integration. Their business was built on being this API set, if you will, that provides hooks, quite frankly, into a massive amount of back-end systems. So what ACES brought to Five9 was this reach into more and more contextual data at the click of a mouse, if you will, or automatically through our platform. So access to contextual data was key, but they also gave us this advantage around migrating these large enterprises off of the legacy on-premise solutions and into the Five9 cloud solution, and doing so seamlessly with access to legacy data, back-end systems throughout that migration, so there's no interruption in the business and operating the business seamlessly through that migration.
All right. Now, I want to ask you briefly about workforce engagement management. It used to be in the old days, you bought your contact center, and then another decision was you bought your workforce engagement solution, and they were kind of separate purchases. But as we moved to the cloud, they seem to be converging into one. And so it was no surprise that at your analyst event, you talked quite a bit about workforce engagement. You've got a couple different strategies there. You're actually more than a couple, but you're improving your Verint relationship is one of them, and you've got your own Five9 workforce engagement solution. I want to hear more about, is the workforce kind of the fries that goes with contact center? Does it have more importance? Is it sometimes the burger and the contact center is the fries? How do you address the customer with contact center and workforce engagement?
Yeah, Dave, we understand the importance of EX as it relates to CX, right? I mean, agent performance and agent experience is important for the eventual CX. And so our WEM strategy is multi-pronged. We have some wonderful partners that we, OEM their solutions in our cloud. We've also got our own solution for certain segments of the market. Our approach has always been best of breed, customer choice. Those are the two things that drive our WEM strategy, and it's working really, really well. Most large brands have an opinion when it comes to WEM, and they have solutions that they prefer, and we provide the most choices.
So that's it. So if they have an opinion, you have a menu, and if they don't have an opinion, you have your own solution that you lead with, I assume.
That's exactly right, Dave. Well said.
Okay. All right. Well, last question here. We've talked a lot about the Analyst Summit, which I fully attended. I didn't fully attend the Customer Advisory Board, although I got to meet many of your customers. Fascinating people, some of them. And I want to ask you, what did I miss? Give me an idea of some of the customer feedback you heard and some of your takeaways.
Yeah, Dave, it's a great question. And our Customer Advisory Board was a wonderful session. The takeaway that I walked away with was that our customers really appreciate our customer first culture. We talk about it a lot. It's the power of technology. Our platform, is the best in the business, but our people are also the best in the business. And that is what they really appreciate. They know that we are an extension of their team. I call it software as a service. It's the as a service part. And we're providing them technology, but we're also providing them people with the right expertise and the right conviction to drive their success and deliver better business outcomes for our customers. So they're ecstatic, and it was great to hear that directly from them.
Well, I have to say it was fantastic. I had dinner with one of your customers, and I was just amazed at their intellectual curiosity and excitement about what they're doing in their professions, and made me think about things so much differently. It was just they're very engaged. I guess that's what CX is all about, right? Not just their customers being engaged, but your customers being engaged. So
that's our ultimate goal, Dave. You're right on.
So thank you, Mike, so much. It's been great talking to you and seeing you again. And big week at Enterprise Connect, and who knows what's ahead, right? Things are moving quickly around here.
It's an exciting time. Thanks for the time, Dave.